This may be the most impactful tutorial that you'll see on Final Cut Pro this year, and that is because if you don't know these tips, then you're likely getting so frustrated and so annoyed when you edit, and your edits are taking a lot longer than they should be. Take a look at this picture here. This, to some of you, may look like a very nice looking timeline, but to those of you who know how to use Final Cut Pro real well, you know that this is kind of madness and a lot of it is unnecessary. So the reason that person set up their timeline that way is because they're frustrated at how if they want to like pull this out, it then pulls sound effects along with it. If they want to move this around, it moves any attached media. If they take this beginning clip that has this music attached to it, it then moves the music and things shift in weird ways. The magnetic timeline, which is the thing that kind of snaps everything together and keeps things sticking to each other, is very useful when editing. It's one of the things that makes Final Cut a very fast editor, but if you don't know how to use it properly, then you're gonna get frustrated. This clip has two things attached to it. It has a sound effect, and then it also has the music, which then is in line for all these other shots. So if you didn't want this clip at a later time and you deleted it, it then deletes the sound effect and the music as well, which of course takes out the music, it throws everything out of sync. So the solution is simple. You just hold Shift and then you press delete. So now you have this gap clip, so it keeps the timeline duration the same, and it also keeps that attached sound effect as well as the music. So if you wanted, you could press T to bring up the trim tool, you could extend this out and this out so they come together if that's what you'd like, or if you'd like to add a totally separate clip into this spot, you could just bring up your browser, find the footage that you want. So just as an example, I'll just take this bit here, and then you drag it onto this gap clip, and then we could just do replace from start. And now you have a brand new clip in this spot, and nothing was shifted or adjusted, nothing was deleted, the music wasn't moved. Everything is exactly where it should be. So once again, that was holding Shift and pressing delete, and that just puts that gap clip right where that clip was. Let's say you want to use this clip at another point, let's say right in between here. If we try and drag this, it brings everything with it, brings the music and the sound effect, and that is also annoying. But there's a simple way to actually go about doing this, and that's by holding what's called the grave key. The key looks like this, and if you are not from the US, then you likely don't have this on your keyboard. So the solution to this is by pressing Option, Command, and K. And if you can't remember that, no worries, just go to Final Cut Pro, Command Sets, and then hit Customize. And if you've never touched any of your keys before, you don't have custom keys to different things, then likely you're on default. So then you would just hit Duplicate. This creates a new command set, so we'll just do that for now, and I'll hit example. I won't hit example, I'll type example. And then you're gonna type in override connections. Here we have the little grave key symbol, but if you are not from the US, you don't have a US keyboard, you can set this up to whatever key you would like. So I'm not gonna tell you what to set it to, it's totally up to you, but that's how you do it, and then you would just hit save. And the reason this is so useful is because if we wanna move this, we can hold down that grave key, move it in between this spot here, and now we have the music and this sound effect staying in the exact same spot, but that clip that we wanted to move in between has now been moved in between. Of course, we have some overlapping sound here and stuff, but if I just press Command Z to undo, once again, we hold the grave key, and you'll notice that little orange icon pops up there. That is an indication that you're using that key, or you're using that function, which is override connections function. Now you might be saying, yeah, but Dylan, this is dumb, because if I hold the grave key and then move this clip, maybe, and I put it into this spot, yes, the music and this sound effect stayed in the same spot, but the problem is it shifted everything to the left because of the magnetic timeline. So if I had this lined up and I'm cutting to the beat, or I like what is being played in this song to match with the visuals of these shots that I have, this adjustment then throws that out of whack and messes everything up. Well, unfortunately, that's just how it goes with the magnetic timeline. Psych! Did I get you? I probably got you, I don't know. There's a solution to everything, and the solution here is instead of the select tool, which is just the A key, it's basically what you have up all the time, you press the P key, which is the position tool. And if you can't remember A, P, you can select this little drop-down menu. It has all your different tools. So just by selecting the position tool, which is basically the anti-magnetic timeline tool. If you pair it with the grave key, it becomes the ultra anti-magnetic timeline tool. So we hold the grave key, we just pull this out of the primary storyline. Basically, the position of everything stayed in the same spot, and we have this clip that we can now do what we want with. So if we keep that position tool up, we can put this wherever we want in the primary storyline without adjusting the position of the music in the different shots. So as an example, I have the position tool up. Let's say I just want to push it into the primary storyline here. It acts destructively, so it basically deletes whatever you're pushing it into. So just to show you, I'm pressing P to bring up the position tool, and I'm pushing into the primary storyline, and it immediately cuts out whatever I push it down into, as opposed to the select tool. So I press A, we push this down into this area, and you'll notice the magnetic timeline does its thing and pushes out and does its stretching and snapping and stuff like that. So if you don't want that to happen, use the position tool and just push it into the primary storyline. You can also do this with multiple clips. So if you decide that you probably will use these shots at some point, maybe a little bit later, but you don't want to mess up the sequence here, you don't want to mess up the position of the music, so you're not going to delete it. Select those clips, press P to bring up the position tool, hold that grave key, and just push up and out of the primary storyline. So if you had ambient sound effects or something underneath, it keeps everything in line and doesn't move and shift everything like it typically would with the select tool. Some of you may also have your timeline looking like this because if you press T to bring up your trim tool and you want to perform a slip edit, you don't like how everything moves with that media that you are adjusting. So the key here, and no pun intended by saying that, the key here is to use the grave key, also known as the override connections key. So whatever you have that set to. So if we bring up the trim tool by pressing T and we click the grave key and we hold this in, we can then make that slip edit and find a new part of the media without adjusting the positioning of this sound effect and the music. Now, some of you might be saying, yeah, but I have to just hold that key while making that adjustment. That's kind of annoying. You actually don't. You can hold the grave key or whatever you have that override connections function set to, and then press Shift. And that's gonna leave up that orange icon. So now that feature is up all the time without having to press that key. So if I move this to this side, notice how everything is staying in the exact same spot. By the way, if you want to disconnect that, you just do the same thing. You press that override connections key, whatever you have that set to. So for me, it's the grave key, and I just press the grave key again, and it turns it off. A cool trick that you may or may not know is you can perform what's called a slide edit by pressing T to bring up your trim tool, holding Option, and then just going to the left or right, just moving the position of this clip, but not the duration of it. So you are adjusting the duration of the clips to the left and the right, but your timeline is not getting longer or shorter by you doing this action. But the issue with this, and this has probably frustrated a lot of you, if you have your trim tool up by pressing T and you're holding Option to do that slide edit, if you have media attached to it, like this title and these sound effects, it will move with that clip that you're adjusting. So once again, the solution to this is by holding the grave key or whatever you have that override function set to, whatever you have that key set to, and then holding Option and just sliding to the left or the right. So now the title and those sound effects don't move, but that clip that you want to move is moving. Last tip here, and this is essential to know, but also easy. I wanted to end on something that's easy and light for you. So we have this transition and a sound effect that matches up perfectly with the transition. The problem is, with the magnetic timeline, any adjustment to different clips or trimming like we've seen can push that connected media into a different direction. So as an example, if we want to trim off this part here by pressing Option and right bracket, our sound effect, which was perfectly in line with this transition, is now off. So most of you probably make that adjustment and then do the annoying process of having to move it back to that position. There is a better solution, because of course there is. You see this line here? This is the connection point. Everything is connecting to the primary storyline. You can change this connection point, and you do so by holding Option and Command, selecting where you want that connection point to be, and then select that clip that you would like to connect. So you'll see now, if we press Option and right bracket here, we trimmed off the end of that media, end of that shot, but that sound effect is perfectly in line with the transition. So once again, that is Option and Command, and then we go back down and select that piece of media that we want to connect. Hey, do me a huge solid and subscribe if you have not already. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then you'll definitely like the other ones that I've come out with. I've been posting for nearly 7 years now. And give this video a watch because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and have a great rest of your day.